All right. Welcome back. As I mentioned that Martha, no, Maria was married and have her husband children staying with her. So they are our age group. They are really our age group. Other will be like 2 years older than you. One will be 2 years younger than you or 1 year younger than you. We were really at the same age group. So when Maria comes with her husband, they will come with their daughters or with their children at times. So as kids, we will play alone, and then the adults will do the other things in the house, like talking alone and all that. So while we were chatting, so we were in that age whereby now we have boyfriends, so the talk will be about boys and all that and all that. So I don't know how the topic came about one of my siblings being Maria's child. And we were all shocked. We were all shocked. I said, no, that's not Maria's child. That's Mamzo's child. And they said, no ways. Maria told my father and us that that one is her child. Hey, we were like, no, it's not like that. We were sure of the story because it's what we know here in the house. We were never told otherwise. Hey, all right. They left and they left confused. So when they arrived home, they confronted Maria that, why do you say so and so is your child, whereas it's so and so's child? Guess what? She lied again. She lied again. Apparently, Maria had a child. I think her child died few months while he was born, according to the information in the family. So obviously, when you breastfeeded or once you were pregnant, your breast won't be the same after that. So she even showed them her breast that this is my child, I breastfeeded her, blah 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 blah. Guess what? The kids were even more confused. All right. The next day, Maria came with 200 kilometers per hour. The normal speed for highways is 120 kilometers per hour. In the village, I'm sure the allowed speed is 10 kilometers an hour, but she came with 200 kilometers an hour, and she beat the hell out of us. Why do we have to talk about her? Why do we have to tell them this and that? But we said and we were never told not to say such things. And the truth that we don't know that is not the same truth that they know. The gospel that we don't know that it's the same gospel that they know. No, she didn't even give us a chance. She beat us. And they help her. They help her. All right, that one passed. I think now they didn't send the kids as often as they used to. But there will come a time they send them. They tell us that, no, we are the one who are lying. Actually, Maria showed them their breast and all that. We said, let's go to the street. The community knows the truth. We go and ask other older girls, which we have seen this one pregnant, moms are pregnant with this one and give birth. So we asked the first one. We were like, it was not like we were. So when we asked them, we didn't act like we wanted to make sure. We were just asking so that this one, could understand. Whereas we wanted to confirm because we were not lying end of the day. So we asked the first older lady, tell me, how many kids does Mamzo have? The girl counted. It's you, blah, 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 blah. Okay, how many kids does Maria have? Maria doesn't have any kids. But his boy died while he was 2 or 3 months old. How many kids does Martha have? People counted. Said, okay, thanks. No, we just wanted to tell this one. They don't believe us. We go to the next one. I think we ask about 3 people. And they preach the same gospel. And it's up to them now to decide. You know that confusion after confusion. But end of the day, they ended up knowing and seeing the truth. And we beg them not to say anything about this because it affects us. We are the ones getting beaten up. So they must just know that this is the truth and it ends there. They must live with their truth that they know and it's good for them. All right. On the other hand, hey, my goodness. On the other hand, as I said, my brother left to stay with Mamzo in Joburg. He had a nice life ever. He had the latest cell phones. And when he's back home, we will all be like on top of him. You know, there was those games, Snake, and he was a master of that. We will watch him playing his phone and we will want to play. Sometimes he will borrow his phone and he will play as well. And the best clothes that we'll have are his old clothes. Mamzo will bring them every year. He'll make sure that he brings my brother's old clothes, and we were like, to us, they were luxury. Hey, all right. Mamzo is married, as I said, and he's got 1 child with the husband. If she's got 1 child, you end up being in the stage of not knowing what's the real truth, who's who in the zoo. But I'm kidding. She had 1 child with her husband. So there was this other time. Oh, let me first put it like this. The husband did not know about me. I did not know that Mamzo has a child as me and others, except my brother, who happened to go and stay with them. So she told her husband that she only had 1 son. So the rest, we are not hers. All right. So there was this particular time. I think the first time I went to Joburg was when I was pregnant for the abortion. Yes. I think it was that time. So I went with Martha, and Maria made sure that they emphasize that I don't even say that I'm Mamzo's child. My father is my uncle who raised me. I'm related with the uncle. So I don't know why, if he asked me who's my mother, maybe my mother should be my uncle's wife then, according to them. So this second time we were going to Joburg again with my other cousins. The other cousin was from a distant family, but we still shared the same surname and the same claim name, but she was not staying in our house. She was staying in other village, and her parents are not from my grandparents, but we are relatives. So it was her, me, and my other cousin. We went to Joburg. We took a bus. Maria made sure that we do not make a mistake by saying that I'm Mamzo's child. As young as we were, we have not to make such mistakes. It was forbidden. Okay, we went to Joburg. The husband has a car. He's a nice guy. I don't want to lie. He's a very nice guy. So they would sometimes take us out and all that. All the kids will have to be at the back seat of the car. And I will notice that this man, he'd make sure that he changed his middle mirror on the car to look at me. Every time he gets into the car, if I'm sitting on this side, he'll make sure he was looking at me all the time. And by the way, I'm the carbon copy of Moms. I'm laughing because it helps me to prevent the tears and all that. So, yeah. At times when you find me laughing, I'm trying to reverse all the teary parts. So he would look at me. He would all the time. I wanted to tell Moms that, hey, this guy, when he's driving, all the time he looks at me. He looks at me. So I think we went to Joburg again. But it was obvious that you can't say such things. And Maria was the advocate of that. She made sure that she remind you over and over and over again. So yeah, that's the story of my life. Being denied by your own mother to her husband, being neglected, staying in the village, being abused, and all that. But I will always say that I'm grateful to God. He spared my life. There were many times that I should have taken my life, but He spared me for such a time as this, so that I can share the light to other kids who have faced the same problems as mine. Yes, stay blessed and have a wonderful time. See you next time. Bye-bye.